Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sumit Kumar and today we are going to learn how to create SFTP server on top of Amazon AWS S3. Okay, so what we are basically trying to do here is, and why we are trying to do here is, we will try to understand. Okay, let's suppose that there is one requirement and we have one S3 bucket. Okay, S3 bucket name, let's suppose that this test SFTP. Okay, so client requirement is they are written one code, legacy code, where they are using to store data or send data into their on-premise server. Okay, they have written code in Java or Python or any other language, .NET. They've written code. They already have their legacy code that is dropping data into on-premise server. Okay, on-premise server, and that is using SFTP protocol. Okay, so they already have written this code. So now their on-premise things got changed. They want to drop data into S3. Okay, Amazon S3, but they don't want to change their entire code. They just want to change their username and password and try to use the same SFTP protocol only. So now the problem here is what? There is one S3. So we also have to create the same SFTP server, and we have to share them username, password, or any other authentication. We can I will show you how to create the username, password also. Or if you don't want to create the password, instead of password, we can give user app key, means authentication key also we can give, that public key and private key. Okay, that's also fine, possible. So what we are going to try to do is, here is, in place of S3, on top of S3, we will create one SFTP server, and we'll connect S3 using SFTP server and using WinSAP or any client server client tool that will connect to the SFTP. You can use WinSAP is there, and then FileZilla is there. There are many other tools also there. So we are just going to use WinSAP tool that will help us to connect using SFTP to S3, and from here only we'll drop this. Okay, so this is the scenario. So hope you understand the scenario. Let me repeat it again. So what is my goal here is, we will create one SFTP server on top of S3. Okay, so before that, I want to request you guys that please subscribe my channel, because you can see we have one tutorial here for all the AWS tutorial, and even you will find some Hadoop tutorial, and I will try to add more tutorial, and so that you can just benefit from this, all those things. So we are just I'm just keeping all this whatever things we are doing in my company, or whatever the scenario based question, I'm just hearing from all my friends or colleagues. Whatever things I'm getting time, whenever I'm getting time, I will just keep creating the video. So please support me and please try to subscribe me. So, okay, so leave that part, and now we'll move to our scenario based question. Okay, so you understand what we have to do is, we have to create one SFTP server on top of S3. So what is basic requirement is, you need one S3. So there is 4 step process, you can say. I'm not limiting this into step, but what is the prerequisite is, you should have one S3 bucket, where you will create on top of that, you will create the SFTP. And here we are going to use one service, that name is AWS Transfer, AWS Transfer family. Okay, we'll open this AWS Transfer service that will help us to create SFTP server. And basically we need to create one service role. Why we create the role? Because if you want to connect between 2 services using in AWS, basically both should have the permission policy and role and all. So that's the thing. So, and obviously 4 things is WinSAP. You should have the one WinSAP or any other client tool, might be WinSAP or FileZilla or something else. Okay, so so this WinSAP, using WinSAP will connect. Okay, that's fine. So basically, whenever you are going to create this server will use SFTP protocol to communicate with S3. Okay, that's enough of the theory. I believe you know what is the SFTP protocol and all. Okay, that's fine. So let's move to my AWS console. So this is my AWS console. I will first of all, I will create the S3 bucket. If I already have the S3 bucket, so I'm not going to create, because I believe you will know how to create the S3 bucket and all. This very easy process. Okay, so I'm just closing these things. Let me see, there are many bucket here. So or let me create, what is that? Won't take much time. I will just quickly create delta frog SFTP demo. Okay, this is not Virginia only, and that one will keep as it is. Okay, so they're saying that I think I might be created, or someone might be created this bucket. So demo one I will keep. It's created. Hope this is available. Okay, few people know, because whenever you are creating this bucket name should not be taken by any other people through the world. This is global things. So this is my S3. So inside this S3, I will create two folder. Okay, one is, I will just name it restrict access, or upload using, or SFTP, because I want the client who is uploading data into this bucket have only this folder access. They can't use other things. Okay, so that and all depend on policy. Okay, one bucket, and let me create one other folder also here, public. That's fine. Any name you can give. That is for other people. So I will show you, like from SFTP, when we will connect, those people will have only this access. They cannot go back and click here and upload bucket inside the other folder. Okay, so this is fine. So I have done with my first requirement, and we'll move to other tab, and we'll create one. We'll go to SFTP. Yeah, this is the service that I want to tell you. SFTP transfer family. So you can see fully managed support for SFTP, SFTS, and FTP. So this is all the file transfer protocol. So we are just going to work with SFTP. So now what we will do, you can see this is the fully managed. You can basically learn about it before creating. You can go for the pricing and all, because there will be price for this. So hope this price will be okay for your client. Okay, so this and all you can learn it, no problem. I'm just leaving it. So I'm clicking on create server. So there are multiple options. So I'm going to choose SSH, next, and there is 3 options. So this is service managed. This is identity. It means password. Okay, that is the, what is the password, where you want to keep the password and all. Okay, so this is service managed. So we are going to use this one. This is the first time. Second video will create this one and this also. Okay, so all 3 things will cover, but right now there's the first video, so I'm just going to demo using this service managed. Okay, so let it be by default things, and click on next. This and all things very easy. And the third thing here, you can choose the endpoint. So if you want to work with some security management things, like a fully secured server, like whenever you are working with any project, so there will be some VPC, so that from outside they cannot connect with the server. The hacker will not hack that all. So you can use this VPC hosted also, but I'm just going to use this public accessible, because it will be accessible for internet. But basically, if you are trying to do this one, and if you have any issue, please comment it. I will try to do video on this also. And here you can choose your custom host name. Let's suppose that you want to create, instead of endpoint, you can assign some host name, like SFTP transfer.com or something like that. So that will create, will go to, it will use route 53 and will create the domain and all CNAME it will associate. Okay, that and all things will be there. So if you go You can use this one or this one, but I'm just using because internet will cost, so I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to leave on none. Okay, that's fine. So okay, and here we can create this S3 obviously, and next. Okay, here this role is required to. This is the one service. One service is what? SFTP transfer. SFTP transfer, whenever it will run, it will log their activity in CloudWatch. So they need CloudWatch log. So you can create one CloudWatch role, or you can associate it with that. Otherwise, create new role, it will automatically create. Okay, you can return there. AWS Transfer family need access to your CloudWatch log to log your server activity. Okay, hope you understand this one. So I'm just keeping this one like that. Okay, this and all things is fine. We are not going to cover all those things. This is, but if you want, you can just read it and try to do. No problem. So this is to just verify everything is fine and all. So create it. So this creating server will take some few minutes. So meanwhile, what I will do, I will just go here and create the user. With that user, we are going to access to S3 using SFTP protocol. Okay. So we'll go to user. Where is the user? Yeah, here's the user. This is starting now. Let it start. This is my endpoint got created. If you are choosing any host name, so they will get the host name here, custom host name here. So we have not chosen any host name, so that's fine. So user, we'll just add user. I will give my name, Sumit, and this is the role is important. Why this role is important? Because from this SFTP, okay, from this protocol, you are trying to access S3. So this transfer should have S3 role interact with the S3 service. Okay, so we have not created right now any role, right? I have not created. So I will go to IAM. I will just open one more tab, duplicate tab. Okay, so this is taking time. I will go to IAM and I will create the role. Why? Because transfer need access for S3. So that's the two service. One is transfer, other is S3. So if two service need to communicate with each other, so it is possible via role only. So we'll go to role and we'll create the role, and you can basically create your granular policy, like you want particular bucket to access particular folder. Okay, that and all you can create the policy and attach that policy with this role. So what I will do here is I will go and search for transfer. So this is the transfer, and I selected this transfer. I will go to next, and I will just add S3 full access. You know why? Because I want to save time. I don't want to create policy and all. But if you want to create a policy, very easy. You can go here and create policy using Visual Editor. Okay, you can choose service and that's all. Create the policy and then attach that policy to particular role. But I am just lazy of doing that. If you have any problem, obviously you can ask me to do that. And in my previous video, I have already told how to create the policy and all. So I will go and search S3 and I will select S3 full access. Okay, S3 full access, all access I will give. That's all. But be careful of giving all access, because that user can delete file from that bucket also. Okay, so if requirement is there to give full access, give full access. Otherwise, you just give read access, or that's all. Okay, you can create the policy. That's fine. So S3, and what role name could I give? I will give SFTP S3 demo right transfer, because this is transfer. We are going through the bring it to transfer service. That is fine. Everything's fine. I'll just create the role. It is creating. We know that AWS is very fast, so it got created. So we'll move to my next tab here and we'll just refresh it. Okay, you can create role first and you can come back here. Otherwise, it's fine. You can just follow my step also. That's fine. So what was my role? SFTP transfer demo. This is coming here, so that's fine. Okay, everything will keep as it is. And which bucket? What is the bucket name? Delta frog SFTP demo. This is the bucket name. And here by default it will come Sumit username, but you have to edit it and you can put your bucket folder name where you want to give the access. So what is the folder name I want to give? SFTP. Okay, we'll go here and select SFTP. That's all, and we'll put here restricted. Okay, read it with more info. That's fine. And this is the SSH key, SSH public key we need to create. For that, you need some Linux terminal, or if you are working on Windows, you can use git bash. So I'm going to use git bash. Okay, so I will come to my folder here, and here I will just go here and do git bash here. So git bash will be open. That's fine. So good. Here we'll create our key, SSH keygen, and I don't want to give any passphrase, means password, so just leave it like that. And then file name I want to give as transfer. Okay, transfer underscore key, any name you can give, right? Then the doesn't matter. Okay, so if you go and do ls, you can have the two transfer key. This is private key and this is public key. So we need to take the content out from the public key and we have to paste it there in URL. I'll show it. So go cat and transfer key dot public. So we got it. So watch it, this one. This is the thing that is coming from terminal. This is terminal things. Okay. So you don't have to copy this one. Just copy data from here till here. Okay. It is got copied, and then we'll move to my screen. Okay, so it's fine. We copied it. This work. Otherwise, we'll get error, and then we'll debug. No problem. So copy paste done. Add. So now by the time my server will be also up. So this is online. So all setup is done now. We'll open this one. We'll take this endpoint. Okay, and we'll go to my WinSAP. This is fine, and we'll go and keep it here. Username is what? Sumit, and password we have not kept. We have the public key and private key. We'll go to advanced, and we'll go to key authentication, and we know where is my password. Or Sumit folder. Okay, because the PPK only is selected here, so we'll select all key. So what is the key name? Transfer. Where it is? This is a transfer. This is public key. This is transfer private key. We'll open it. So it automatically convert into PPK. So it's asking us to create that PPK file. So okay, we'll save it here only and fine. That's all. Hope it should work. Yes. We'll see working or not. Starting session, connecting to boom. So this is connected. Let me drop some demo file. Okay, I don't know what is the file name. I just keeping it again. I'll delete it. So this is drop. That is error is coming because the timestamp is not copied, but it is fine. Just skip it, and it's copied here. So now where this file gone? We'll go here and we'll see in my bucket SFTP. See, there is the file. So hope you understand, you like this demo, and if you want to delete that annoying message, let's suppose that if I'm going here, doing here again, we are getting this message, right? So how to do this one? I will try to show you. We'll go to option, we'll go to preference, and there will be something called transfer track. Okay, Okay, transfer, the transfer default, the default, you can just uncheck this one. It should be uncheck or check. Okay, but try and checking it. Let's see what will happen. Preserve timestamp. It should be preserve timestamp, but it was already there, so I just uncheck it. Let me see what it is. Again, it's giving error or not. I will just drop it again. I will just delete it from here. Okay, I will just copy it again. Okay, that's gone. That message, annoying message is gone. So that's the things here. So that's all for this video. And I was showing you cannot go back and see that other bucket, other folder access, because there is other folder also. You can see other folder is if you go back, there's public folder. So people will not drop here. People can play with this folder only. That's all for this video. In the next video, we will learn about username password. So that is also requirement here. Client need username password only. They don't want to use the public key and private key. Okay. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.